It's Tuesday the 8th of March and we're having a hybrid session at Parliament today with two senior opposition members coming in via Zoom. So we start off with questions to ministers. Christopher Luxon via Zoom to the Prime Minister about cost of living and tax brackets. Barbara Edmonds to the Minister of Finance about reports on the economy. David Seymour to the Prime Minister about the cost of living. Alrina Williams to the Minister of Women about gender-based biases in work. Simon Bridges to the Minister of Finance about the cost of living. Rachel Brooking to the Minister of Tourism about local tourism facilities. Nicola Willis to the Minister of Housing about the leadership of Kāinga Ora. Jan Logie to the Minister for Workplace Relations and Safety about pay discrimination for women. Erica Stanford to the Minister of Immigration about Ukrainian migration, especially for families. Nacy Chen to the Minister of Commerce about competition in the grocery sector. Brooke Van Velden to the Minister of Housing about the rental market. And Sarah Pallett to the Associate Minister of Health about improving abortion services. We'll then go on to the second reading of the annual rates tax bill. It's a pretty standard tax bill that comes up every year, as is implied by its name. In the name of David Parker, then the Land Transport Drug Driving Amendment Bill. It's the finishing off the third reading in the name of Michael Wood. The Statutes Amendment Bill is the first reading in the name of Opito Williams-Seal. This is a bill where it's sort of like a rats and mice bill, lots and lots of clauses, totally unrelated to each other, and it always goes through the committee changes unanimously. So it's a bill where if any member objects to one of the clauses, it gets knocked out. The Commerce Amendment Bill committee stages continued in the name of David Clark, and the committee stages of the Protection of Whistleblowers Bill in the name of Chris Hipkins. And that should take us through till about 10 o'clock tonight. And select committees will sit tomorrow morning, all by Zoom or Facebook Live, and we will be back here again at 2 o'clock tomorrow.